welcome to WWE 2K25 Universe Mode, and welcome to the last Monday Night Raw before we head up for Berlin for a Grand Bash in Berlin. And of course, this one right here, Saraya will take on Liv Morgan one-on-one for the Women's World Championship. Of course, last week Saraya would take out Roxanne Perez one-on-one. Following the match, Cora Jade would swerve ahead to make sure Saraya would go down. Tonight, Saraya has a chance to return the favour, taking on Cora Jade one-on-one. But of course, a lot is up for grabs. Saraya needs to avoid taking too much punishment, avoid taking too much damage, lest we will see a very different outcome. A bash in Berlin. There's a few countries over from her home. And here we go, the generation of Jade, Cora Jade. I mean, the question of motivations. Why did Jade opt to assault Saraya last week? And wait a minute. I think that little badge on her shoulder might just explain it all. Cora Jade might be the newest member to the Judgment Day. It'll be interesting to see if Liv Morgan decides to veer ahead in this contest, as the Judgment Day seems to have pulled in one more new member, and of course Cora holding that trusty kendo stick. And well, you can see the similarities in these two women. Cora Jade can easily be compared to a up-and-coming Paige, and yeah, oh god. Cora and Saraya with a power and elbow. Cora maybe trying to run roughshod, but Cora gets Saraya up in the corner, and the cheap shot. And well, Saraya had the follow-up scouted, making sure Jade didn't get too out of hand too quickly. Kept her pinned in that corner. Her next move, shut down before she could let her off. Huge knee strike shades of her idol, Mr. Money in the Bank, CM Punk, over on the blue brand. And just Cora just using every ounce she can here. To the top of the ropes. Gorgeous senton. You gotta think your Saraya could be facing serious struggles as Cora is just muscling in now, taking control. And hang on a minute, heart through the chest. We've seen a few women utilise this to put their opponents down, but Cora Jade is not one to back down. Back to that top rope, huge splash. Hooks the leg yet again. Saraya, 1, 2, and again. Kick out 2.5. And Saraya really been put out here. Really put on her back as Jade just unleashes. And hang on a minute, Cora Jade looking to bring that Daredevil style to the ring. Tope Suicida. And the challenger for Liv Morgan is looking like she could be on shaky grounds here. Both trying to fight back amongst the blows. Well, Saraya could seriously be eyeing up a whole line of trouble here. Oh, wait a minute. Looked like Saraya could have potentially been aiming from the steps in a last-minute course correction. Could have just saved Saraya from a hellish defeat. And well, the overconfidence slipped through. Saraya, rear naked choke, the sleeper is in and able to break the grip on the legs and roll her through. And here we go. Saraya still on top. Things can end just as quickly as they begin. Oh, Jesus. And here we go, Saraya mounting one hell. And wait a minute. The women's champ, Liv Morgan, coming out here. Setting Cora Jade up. Just as Saraya was getting on top of things. I can't control anything. No. What? I mean, it seems Saraya beats Cora Jade. Cora Jade suffering some form of stage fright. The cutscene literally made it so I could not do any inputs, and I still can't. But thank you all as we move on now to our next segment as William Regal and Drew McIntyre address the WWE Universe. Our William Regal and Drew McIntyre in the ring now. All of you better show some respect for our WWE United Kingdom champion. Saturday Night Unity will be standing in full force in the corner of our prestigious champion as he crushes Bryan Danielson, a man who will only fall victim to his own desire for blood and violence. And oh, well, say his name and she shall appear. Regal invoked the name of the American Dragon, and ahead of Bashin' Berlin, Danielson is looking to get in the face of the champion. And of course his manager. What you guys thought? You could just have a little chat about our match and I wouldn't show up? Regal, you can't stand there and call me out on Bloodlust when you were the man who formed the Blackpool Combat Club. See, Drew, you might not know this about old Mr. Regal. He loves to pick up hot stars, then drop them the second it gets shaky. I'd be careful. And well, wait a minute, William Regal being cut off by Drew? No, it's my time to talk. Bryan Danielson, you are the world's first indie darling. See, I never had a bad thing to say about you throughout my entire career. Then I look at you now and realize the American Dragon is a shell of who I thought he was. You say all these things, but none of them have meaning. Berlin, I'll put you down quickly. Well, Danielson, in response, Saturday. Drew, I will break every bone in your body. I will make you scream and beg. I will make you tap, and I will kick your fucking head in. Now, Drew, that's a promise. I'll really show you which man you falsely idolize. And that guy behind you, he'll be miles gone before you can even wake up. And while things getting heated, some very violent promises being made as Danielson and McIntyre prepare for Saturday. Oh well, that is, of course, going to be all resolved this Saturday as Bryan Danielson and Karrion Kross go one-on-one for the United Kingdom Championship. But now let's follow through a little bit with background on this contest. The former Intercontinental Champion, the Devil you may know, Karrion Kross. Of course, 2 weeks ago, his first appearance since dropping the Intercontinental Championship, he showed sympathy to Seth Rollins and made Seth Rollins an offer. The full details are unknown, but as Rollins was supposed to give his verdict last week, Jon Moxley would come out, would persuade Rollins not to accept, and try and rally Rollins into a second wind, calling Karrion Kross a 2-bit con artist. And well, tonight Karrion Kross goes one-on-one with Jon Moxley, and well, the answer from Kross to Rollins still yet to be given. But here we go, Karrion Kross, a man who loves to get down on that mat, loves to sink in those shoulders just that extra bit harder. Now, Moxley will take that and push it to a new level. Jon Moxley, a man who is, well, violent above all things, holds violence to a new standard. And well, Kross just has to stand back and watch as Jon Mox takes command of the ring. And well, these two men look like, I mean, they've never really interacted in the ring, but they look like they're ready to commit murder on one another. Kross opens up strong. Moxley and while Jon looking to throw the hits, and Karrion Kross, I don't know if Karrion Kross knows exactly what he's bitten off here. Oh God, this match has barely begun and these two men are throwing wild haymakers at each other, trying to outpace each other, trying to hurt each other at any means they can. And Jesus. And well, there he is. Moxley. Beautiful suplexing. They'll try to send a message to Kross early on. Well, Jon Moxley, of course, trained in, I believe it's in jiu-jitsu. And Jesus, now Kross just lands Jon to the outside. And well, this could cause quite a turn in the action. And oh no, what's Kross thinking? What? Karrion Kross, I think, pulled that top rope down and somehow rebounded Jon Mox off the top rope while stood on the floor. And hang on a minute. Again, went to ad break. Come back, Moxley and Kross continuing their beatdowns in the ring. And while Jon Moxley looking to further the punishment, Karrion, wait a minute, Karrion Kross is calling it a night. And hang on a minute, we're asking to see if he had an answer, and it seems Seth Rollins has just come through. Seth siding with Jon Moxley, preventing Kross from slinking away. And Moxley now just unleashing wait a minute, what's this? Oh Jesus, Moxley. The clutch is in. Will Karrion be forced to give up the reins and submit? And wait a minute, no, it looked like Jon, of his own free will there, just relinquished the hold. And while shades of Seth Rollins, Karrion Kross, Death Rider, Kross, 1, 2, Oh well, Moxley looking like he was warning Jessica Carr, trying to make sure she stays on the ball here. Moxley maybe believing that was a victory that he just got robbed of. And here we go, Moxley just laying in the punishment in the corner and just wipes, I would say, the smug look off of Karrion Kross's face, but I think that maybe wiping Karrion Kross's face off his body. And look at this now, John just completely unloads, hooks him in, Death Rider. 1, 2, 3. I can see the sturdiness of the cover from John Moxley's. Jessica Carr slapping the heels and the ankles of Moxley with each count. And well, what a contestant. Or going to Karrion Kross, maybe he realised being in a ring with a man like John Moxley. You know, John Moxley currently 1-1, causing a DQ loss because he absolutely went off the rails when he took on Drew McIntyre before SummerSlam, fighting Seth's Wall. And now is coming in, unleashes all layers of hell on Karrion Kross, makes his point, and then packs up shop. And look at this man, he is undeniable. And Seth Rollins has made his voice clear. Oh well, must need a break in the action by Will Ospreay. Getting jumped there backstage by Kyle Fletcher. And well, Fletcher just destroyed a kendo stick on Will Ospreay. Ospreay, of course, geared up, was potentially ready to compete. Fletcher is in tonight's main event, but he's just taken out his opponent. Oh well, Will Ospreay, I'm getting word, will no longer be competing in tonight's main event against Kyle Fletcher. A replacement will be found. But now the Intercontinental Champion, Austin Theory, takes on Trick Williams. And well, just before we really get into the nitty gritty of things, I have got a breaking news tweet from Triple H. Next week, Raw and SmackDown will enter a mid-season draft. Further details to come in the coming days. And here we go, what an exciting time after Bash in Berlin. Both SmackDown and Raw will have an entire shake-up. And of course we'll gather more nitty-gritty details in the coming days. Now while Austin Theory now, of course, shocked the world, defeated Karrion Kross at SummerSlam, and now embracing his moment. And well, look at the star power. I mean, Theory's got to be careful though. He may be bit off a bit more than he could chew. And here we go. Whoop that trick chance. And well, Trick Williams coming to the ring tonight, being serenaded by the whoop that trick chance. No music, no nothing. Oh well, Williams has not exactly been having a great time, struggling to find a consistent place. And here we go, Theory and Williams. Core and elbow here, and Hang on a minute, Trick Williams gets the select on Austin Theory. And, oh my god. Theory in a very less than stellar position, and here we go. Theory taking control of the situation. Well, Trick Williams instantly locking in. While Theory drives things to the outside, not looking for hesitation. And those mammoth hits. And plows Williams into the LED apron. And here we go, Trick Williams now. Being driven to the edge by our Intercontinental Champion. And while Theory pulling the ultimate getaway. Not looking to get mixed up in things. Whoop. And Trick Williams walks straight into it. Austin Theory thought he had Trick Williams lined up. And Trick just simply takes a step back to watch Theory absolutely faceplant himself like a wooden board into the mat. And Trick Williams taking. Oh. Oh well, this is what Theory does best. You can see that fake the angled for a chop that came in with a mammoth haymaker to drop Trick Willie on his back, and while Theory there had a game plan, it did not come to fruition. Tried to use Jessica Carr as the distraction to take control, and oh no. Tricking ain't easy, but Austin Theory has it under wraps. And that flying elbow. Clunky takeover, but the Intercontinental Champion really is just looking for his moment in the light. Here we go, mammoth splash. What's Theory thinking of? Rolls through, drop kick. Well, it is not an Austin Theory contest if he doesn't take some time to try and showboat to the crowd. And here we go, the Intercontinental Champion wanting the world to see how buff and strong he is. Trick Willie trying to nail that pounce. Oh! Hang on a minute, leaping cutter from the fireman's carry, position 1. And here we go, Austin Theory getting brewed up in an argument with Jessica Carr. Or could that have been a bad waste of time? Pump kick. Alright, Trick. Again, just both men vying for position now. And well, there we go, Williams parks the brakes. And here we go, Trick feeling the motions. Feeling the movement. Reverse DDT onto the knee. No way. Williams aims for an 8-count down under, it seemed. 8-count down under from Theory. And that could be all she wrote. Jessica can't be careful. Jessica Carr needs a little talking to about positioning. This is the second time now she's been slapping. No way. Well, Austin Theory. Oh, Jesus. Theory attempts the low blow. Jessica Carr, of course, back turned. And look at this smooth transition. The Intercontinental Champion bearing no bounds. And here we go, Theory. With a fake out suicide dive. T's going for a pump kick. Jessica Carr's focus in the corner again. Low blow connects just as Jessica Carr turns around. Hooks him up 8-count down under. Austin Theory just stole a win from Trick Williams. And here we go, Theory claiming his prize. And well, this man warned him to not turn his back, and turn his back to the ramp he did. And well, Matthews now returning the favour from last weekend, putting down the champion ahead of his challenge. Matthews with the final goodbye. Oh, well, the action reigns on. Sheamus set to take... hang on a minute. Was set to take on Finn Balor after their bars jumped last week, and now Finn Balor mysteriously coming down with a minor arm injury, it seems. Unable to compete and calling on his Judgment Day compatriot Carlito. And while Sheamus and Carlito, I guess, now are set to go one-on-one. And here we go, the bell rings. And wait a minute, Carlito instantly swipes Sheamus into that armbar. And here we go. Sheamus not having any part of it. Drives Carlito deep into the mat. And wait a minute. Sheamus is not looking to play games tonight. He was ready to go to war with one half of the tag team champions. Of course, the Bar will take on JD McDonough and Finn Balor in Bash in Berlin, but right now Sheamus just bringing the fight to Carlito in, well, possibly the worst way Carlito could imagine. And well, Carlito isn't exactly the highest ranking member of the Judgment Day. Let's not forget, with every contest we see, oh my god, with the world title on the line, Dominic Mysterio could easily edge himself into becoming world champion. Because, well, things can fall apart just like that as Mysterio is Mr. Money in the Bank. And Sheamus. Here we go. Could be looking to make this a short night. Brogue kick. Well, this could go down as a record win. That's 3. I believe that is potentially the shortest, bless me, contest we've ever seen on Universe Mode. Sheamus came in. Obviously the frustration from Finn Balor. I don't want to publicly call it a fake injury, just a very suspicious one. And, well, Sheamus cleaned house. Left Carlito dazed and stunned. And well, he's walking out with his hand held high as the Celtic Warrior shows one half of the bar is capable of. However, Julia, backstage I have proven to be unmatched so far on my feats to prove my stardom. First it was Roxanne Perez, then Maxine Dupree, and last week's Lena Vega. With Saturday Night Bash in Berlin, I would like to pose a challenge to anyone in the locker room who would like to take me on. And while Julia said on the stage for an open challenge, hang on a minute, that's Blair Davenport yet to make her debut in the ring. I'm the last person to ever question your talents. But once I went over to Japan and dominated as a top gaijin. Of course, over in Stardom, Saturday in Berlin, I proved that Blair Davenport is still that woman. And well, I can finally put an end to this whole unbeatable shtick you got going on. And wait a minute, Blair Davenport seemingly stepping up to the plate, and Julia inviting Blair to bring her best gear for when she gets buried. And while it seems official, Blair Davenport versus Julia one-on-one. Will Julia's streak continue? And well, main event time as Bash continues to get stacked. It's Julia versus Blair Davenport. And well, to add on to that, I am getting official word. If Will Ospreay is cleared, Will Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher will go one-on-one, and Ospreay will be able to pick the stipulation as per Triple H, and of course return to Kyle's attack not even last week, earlier tonight. And well, Kyle Fletcher now fully focused. The question is, who will Fletcher's opponent be? Who will be replacing Will Ospreay in the ring? Of course, Fletcher would make his debut as the newest member of Unity. And well, we will see how Fletcher's run continues to evolve. And here we go, reigning through. It's been a little time, but Jimmy is back. And well, Big Jim is all eyes ahead on the train. His focus tonight, undersell the upcomer. Of course, this is Kyle Fletcher's first official contest. So finally mixing things up with sneak attacks and posing on the ring to distract Will Ospreay. And there we go, across his chest. And Kyle Fletcher using the cloak of invisibility. And there we go, Kyle Fletcher fully focused. Jimmy Uso the same. And here we go. Collar and elbow tie up. And while Jimmy gets the upper hand, wrenching on that shoulder. And while Kyle Fletcher not looking. Oh my god. to waste time here. And again, Fletcher just keeps up the pressure. And again, just wrenching it in. Causing the damage by any means. Of course, Regal's newest scouting. And just hammering home the damage. And oh my, Jimmy Uso defenseless. Kyle Fletcher is riled up, he is hyped up. And Kyle Fletcher right now is just commanding that ring. And well, Jimmy knows a thing or two about playing dirty, able to counter the attacks from Fletcher. And what a minute, Jimmy rolling him up. Could be looking for a grand finale. One. Big Jim gets the shoulder up, and again Jimmy Uso saw him coming from behind. Throws off the pacing of Kyle. Is able to capitalize with quick succession. Oh my god, that corkscrew sent on. Kyle Fletcher not off to a great start here as Jimmy really takes command of the ring. And well, Kyle Fletcher's going to need to start up in his game. Going to need to start singing through, and oh, here we go. Oh god, Jimmy. Jimmy showing he has been hard at work the last few months and on drop. Since Jay told Jimmy to go work on himself, it seems Jimmy has done that exact thing. He has gone away. He has worked to bring himself up from the bottom. Well, is anyone gonna be able to keep up? I mean, when you say who deserves to be in the main event right now, Jim Uso is making a good case for himself here, showing why he's in this position, why he's as long tenured as he is. And a little mistake there from Fletcher, and he is not gonna let that haunt him. Oh, hang on a minute. Box Jimmy in, powerbomb, no, powerbomb to the outside. Jesus. And well, there goes the spine of Jimmy Uso. Oh well, then Fletcher instantly following up with a second on the ring apron. And this has just potentially changed the complexion of the contest, and no. Kyle just bouncing Jimmy off the apron. Count of 6. And wait a minute. Count of 7. And Fletcher had pre-positioned himself to take Jimmy out the picture the second he slipped in the ring. And that is the kind of thinking that allows a man, oh my god. And again, Kyle just letting that eagle run foul. Oh, wait a minute, here we go. No, blocked by Jimmy. Dropped. Now while Jimmy Uso prevented Fletcher from nailing his finishing touch. His final mark. And well, Kyle Fletcher there was obviously looking to rally Jimmy on the mat. Jimmy, quick cover and kick out a 1. These two men know what they're fighting for. And huge super kick. And well, Jimmy was not going quietly into that good night. Also splash incoming. And well, just as we called it, so did Fletcher. And well, these two men really showing that they have hearts of warriors. Hang on a minute. Those forearms on the ground could have done some big damage, and I do believe I did see a little bit of blood coming from the head of Kyle Fletcher. And yep, indeed, the forehead of Kyle busted open. And now Fletcher, I think, looking to return a favor. God, what a show of strength. Now, wait a minute. Fletcher there, a little throwback. A little mockery of Will Ospreay. Here we go, hooks the arms. For the Storm Driver. 97, and was Fletcher looking for a brain buster immediately following 1, 2, 3. And well, Kyle Fletcher, the frustrations getting the better of him. Oh, wait a minute, what's Jimmy thinking here? Jimmy taking control of the contest. And hang on, Jimmy Uso gone to the outside. Maybe giving himself a break from the action. Oh, Jesus. Jimmy. And the super kick double. And while Fletcher playing is smart. Goes to the ropes. Spear connects. This could be the end. And Jesus, Fletcher kicks out a 1. Jimmy Uso taking a page out of Jay's book. And well, it looks like we got a little bit of a standoff going on here, and there we go. Fletcher played it calm, played it composed, and well, what's he thinking here on the outside? He's already polished off that announce table, and well, that's exactly where this one's going. Kyle Fletcher. Here we go, brain buster for the second time. Jimmy could be in danger. Oh, wait a minute. Fletcher looked like he was going to scoop him up. Jimmy refusing to take a knee. refusing to stay down. And could this be his final win? Or could this be his comeback? But Fletcher is not gonna give grounds. Grim Stone hooks the leg closest to the rope. 1, 2, 3. And well, an absolute top of the line performance. So hang on a minute, that's Will. And well, in shades of earlier tonight, Ospreay put his own kendo stick in. It is official, I guess. Ospreay and Fletcher bashing Berlin. And what a way to end tonight's action. Good night.